Hello guys and welcome to today's video on digital frontiers when we look at the applications digitally of Benford's law. So let's go. Um, so it can be used in image forensic analysis. So in the same way that in data sets um, you can detect if the occurrence of a certain number would be in a certain frequency would be an anomaly. Um, you can see here that you can tell a video may be edited or resaved when the distribution of the coefficients, the DCT coefficients, are different to what they should normally be. So this is sort of an application of JPEG that's built on um, the principles of beneficial law, but I guess you wouldn't say it's a direct application. So beneficial law is used as a pre-processing filter to ensure data quality. AI models use beneficial law to detect poison data sets, training data that has been tampered with by hackers. So basically, they just weed out all the bad eggs in terms of the data where they are artificially created or anomalous. The anomaly scoring system can automatically flag transactions in real time if they cause the aggregate data set to drift away from the benefit curve. So I guess maybe if someone's spending money on your card, or perhaps if it's your earnings and you're like skimming a bit off from your taxes, you're not paying your taxes correctly, and you're putting in an anomalous amount um into your savings account or your current account, then they'll be able to detect it for anomaly scoring. Scientific data integrity. So peer reviewers use automated method tools to check if medical researchers have fabricated clinical trial results. You know, that's the same sort of thing with the numbers. You can use numbers of maybe successful patients or positive results, things like that. And then you maybe use the first or second digit to determine whether or not it follows beneficial. So network security and intrusion. So natural network traffic um, packet sizes, arrival times. They follow Benford's law. So DDoS attacks and automated hot traffic generate numbers with different signatures. So obviously, there's going to be an anomalous distribution of the numbers. These DDoS attacks, they change the distribution. Um, and so basically, that's the ultimate first sign of malicious intrusion, and then it can be dealt with from there. So I guess it could be used in cybersecurity systems. But it's not always going to work because earlier we spoke about this in election fraud in the previous video. If you have restricted ranges, let's say from 200 to 2000, you're only going to see the numbers 1 and 2 as the first digit, probably the most, and then the rest of the numbers would be quite similar. So it's not a large enough range. Even the first digit of such a small range isn't large enough to get benefit for Benford's law to carry in data analysis. Things like human heights um, are pretty much bounded, although there's obviously people that would be taller than 2 meters. Um, average height is bounded, so it wouldn't follow Benford's law. Um, Aside numbers like zip codes. Zip codes are like the postcodes in America, or social security numbers. They are assigned, so they aren't naturally occurring and therefore wouldn't follow Benford's law. And also structural biases. So you might see something in a shop where the pattern in 1990, like 499, 599, or whatever. So obviously that wouldn't follow Benford's law because um, let's say you're in Poundland, where most of the stuff is supposed to be in and around the pound or under it, then if you look at the second digit, most likely for most items, it's going to be 99p. So, yeah, there you go. So this is the conclusion. So, I guess you could say Benford's law is pretty much everywhere in the data sets, and it can be applied to most natural data sets. But it's important that we don't get carried away when using it because it obviously has some limitations, and sometimes the applications of Benford's law needs to be adapted, like we saw with JPEG images and using the um, using the JPEG sort of scale instead of using the Benford's law. Or we saw that also um, it's bounded, so it's a very useful tool, but um, it's not always it's not always good to use. So yeah, that's it for this series on Benford's law, and yeah, I can't wait to make the next one and see you guys there hopefully.